Who am I that the Lord of all the earth would care to know my name?
And tonight we're going to do part 2 of our how to have a $500 party. So let me grab some of my notes here. How many of you were not here last week? Raise your hands. I made 20 copies of our handout that we had last week, so I'm going to go ahead and pass these around. And let's see, if you would do me a favor, and ladies that were not here, raise your hand, and she'll be bringing these around. And if I don't have enough, if I run out, then they are on my website at DeBlander.com. And if you go to my Kate's Favorites, you'll see all the documents that you're seeing tonight. And what I'm handing out, just to review quickly from last week, we talked about your skincare party checklist, everything you need to bring to your skincare party, and how you want to pack it. And it was funny, you know, I will tell you this is somewhat of a work in transition because I went and held a party for a new consultant Wednesday, and I came home and made a couple little changes in my skincare party technique. You know, sometimes you just have to do it to work the kinks out. And I will tell you, want to hear how much I sold at the party? Yes. Do you think I sold I'm teaching you how to do a $500 party, right? Do you think I sold $500? Yes. Yes. Do you think I sold $600? Yes. Yes. Do you think I sold $700? Yes. Yes. Do you think I sold $750? Yes. Yes. Do you think I sold $775? Yes. That is what I sold. I sold $775 at that party. So I'm definitely going to speak to you from experience and all of that. Yes. How many people were there? 4. There were only 4 women there. 1 didn't buy anything. So 3 bought, and the deal was the closing sheet that we use, and next week will be all about closing the sale. The closing sheet that we use, in order to get the roll-up bag, they have to spend at least $200 or buy 4 sets. And 3 of the 4 women, the 1 woman didn't buy anything. The other 3 really wanted the roll-up bag, so they all spent at least $200. And that's what took those sales up, 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 up. Yeah, up, up, up. So, here we go. Perfect, perfect. Okay, just to review for you, and this is the best, I'm going to come back to you, John. Oh, he's following me. Just give a round of applause to John Carroll. You're awesome. And Donna Carroll, who so graciously brings him to our Mary Kay meetings. Yeah. John is videoing, so we can put this on the website and all of that. This is a fabulous tool for packing. And I didn't have it with me last week, but this is wonderful. You can get it on MK Connections, Mary Kay Connections. And this just fits right over the, has this thing here, so it fits right over your zipper bag. And so you really can do your party. You can put everything you need in these 2 little roll-up bags. And the only other thing you need are your filled roll-up bags, whether they're in a tote or another suitcase. We talked last week, and I'm going to show you again about taking filled roll-up bags to your party. Okay, so in this little one, I have my sample foundations. And when I went to do my party last week, I realized I had forgotten to put sample foundations on the checklist. So those of you that got it last week, go home and print off the new one, and you'll see you won't forget your foundations like I could have done. Okay, so sample foundations go in here. And then also the zipper bags that you prepare for, if you look at the top of your checklist, the zipper bags that you prepare for each guest that comes to your party. And you've got your mirror and your tray. And one thing that I forgot last week too, and you know what, you guys, I got to go back and I got to edit the checklist one more time. I don't know if I put the inserts on. I don't know if y'all are aware, with these trays and mirrors, if you go to Product Central, you can print the little insert that goes underneath the wells in your tray. And this is the way I like to set it up in order of application. We're going to go through your order of application in just a minute, but cleanser, microdermabrasion, day solution, night solution, moisturizer, eye cream, and satin lips is up here. And you can actually, you know, what I'm going to suggest to you is do the skincare party just like I do it, and, you know, get it down in your mind and all that. And then you know, as time goes goes on, you're going to hear lots of creative ideas. You can always interject and do like that. But I would say, start with this as your basis, and you're not going to be confused. So the little inserts that go under. Does everybody know where these are? Y'all nod your faces at me. Okay. All right. And if you're brand new, you know what, and you don't know what we're talking about, write a list of questions, and we can always go over all those things later on afterwards. So just write all your questions down. So you got your mirror and tray. You have your profile card, your sales ticket, your beauty book, some cotton balls, disposable washcloth headband, and a pen. And all of those go right into your little zipper bags, and you have one of these made up for every single guest that's coming to your party. And these can fit right in here really well with your sample foundations. And then in your other little suitcase, have my money bag, and next week we're going to talk about closing the skincare party. But this has inside the money bag, and it's all on the checklist. We've got the calculator, we've got sales tickets, we've got a pen, and then we also have a date book. Bring our date book so that we can date our future parties. That's in this little tote. I put together a notebook like this to keep all of the literature that I'm going to use at the party. For example, the closing sheets. All my closing sheets are here. My hostess brochures. Then I'm going to show you where all this stuff fits in as we go. Beauty books, lookbooks. So you have a little, or you can use a little expandable file for all your paper type of things. And you have a roll-up bag that you work out of as well. And it's packed up very similar to the one we're going to show and use for our guests, but we have our cleanser moisturizer in the first pocket, and you want it. Now, I do this a little different, and I know some of the directors may disagree with me, but I personally like to pre-profile, and if she's combination to oily, I use the combination oily cleanser. If she's normal dry, I use the normal dry cleanser. Some of the directors say just use normal dry for everybody and use the combination oily moisturizer for everybody. You kind of get the same effect, but I don't know. I like to do it that way, so I'm going to suggest you do it that way too. Personally, if you're oily and you put that other cleanser, some of y'all are shaking your heads and thinking, you would be happy if you put that other cleanser on your face. So I think, through talking to your guests before they come to the party, you're going to know what kind of skincare, what kind of skin they have. So you want to have both cleansers and moisturizers in this first pocket. And then in the second pocket, your microdermabrasion, your eye cream, and I like to sample, and I'll show you how I do this in a couple minutes, the oil-free eye makeup remover. And then in the third pocket, I usually have the custom compact, but for my samples, these are mineral powders. So I have liquid foundations, and I carry mineral powders too. How many of y'all love mineral powder? Raise your hands, because I'm going to show that both of them sell. Okay? How many of y'all love liquid? Okay, it's like half and half, right? Okay, so you need both. How many of y'all love both? Yeah, I know. You put the liquid on, then use this as your powder to set your. And I don't know if I showed you last week, but you take the sifter off of your mineral powder, and that got everybody going. Foundations. You know what they say? If a woman is happy with her foundation, she's going to be a loyal customer. That's how important that foundation is. If she's not happy with it, it's your base. It's your base of everything. Little cupcake tin foils and a baby spoon to scoop it out. I take the sifters off of them and use a little baby spoon to scoop out my powders. And then satin hands and satin lips right at the bottom. This is what I work out of, okay? All right, so, and that's in this tote bag. And then I also have my gifts, my hostess gift and my booking gift, and I'm going to show you how this works in just a couple minutes. And that's about it.
Hey,
That's about it.
Hey,
Yes.
when you sent out your mineral powder and the cupcake or what do you let them put it on with the cotton roll or the sponge?
You know what? If you have lots of brushes, some of you, if you ordered your starter kit with mineral powder, you got lots of brushes. Or if you did at least a 600, you get some extra brushes. If you have plenty of brushes, let them use the brushes because they get a much nicer feel. If you don't, use cotton balls. Yeah. Just make sure you clean and wash your brushes so that they're sanitary.
I just wanted to let you know, on Saturday after training, I went home and was ordering more, and that perfume kit is still available.
Oh, good. We talked about the little perfume kit that you get. There's 5 different little mini perfumes. That's a really good thing to take to your parties because they can smell 5 of our parfums, and then you know what they like for Valentine's Day. So we weren't sure. We thought it had sold out, but it's still available. So that's great. Okay, let me just stick this stuff back in here. But you want to get, you know, I always learned when I was a new consultant to come to the door with just this. And then go back to the car and get your suitcase or whatever you have all your filled roll-up bags. Because you don't want to look like you're moving in when you come. And so that's a really, really important thing to know. Okay, so you have the checklist we went over last week, the basic outline of the party, which we're going to go through again tonight, and then the skincare opening. And I did make just a couple little changes in the skincare opening. I think I forgot to put the hostess gift in there. But just to review, before everybody sits down, your hostess does satin hands and satin lips on a guest, and you want to match all your foundations. I will say to you, how many of y'all, do you use a little matcher for the liquid foundation? Does that work good for everybody? Y'all like that matcher? That little matcher? Some do, some don't. I don't know what the answer is. So I've asked some of my national friends, and they like that. So, but I also do a little stripe test with those foundations. So, I'll just those of you that are looking at the handout, look at it. Those of you that saw it last week, you can go print it again. But basically, introduce yourself. My name's Kate. I've been here, Kate, for 2 months. No, 20 years. And thank the hostess, give her a gift, meet your guests, do an on-time drawing, and share your program agenda. If we have time tonight, we'll go back and look at the opening again. We practiced it last week. Those of you that were here, we practiced it. But I want to get into the main body of the skincare party tonight. So that's where we're going to go now. And I'm going to go ahead and pass out the $500 skincare party agenda, and this is what happens after your opening, after you've thanked the hostess, after you've given her a gift, after you've gone around the table and done introductions. Okay, last week we talked about how to set the table, and when I did my party, I told you I changed my mind about a couple things. You know, so those of you who were here last week thought I had a charger with the product so I could pick it up and everything. Well, after doing it on Wednesday night, I thought that's too much. So I think if you just have a filled roll-up bag on your table, that's going to be enough. And then you've got your trays and mirrors, everybody's trays and mirrors. And maybe if you want to put the little fragrance thing that everybody can smell. But you want to have a filled roll-up bag on your table. And the checklist tells you how to fill it. But I'll remind you, 3-in-1 cleanser, age-fighting moisturizer, and a liquid foundation or a mineral powder. It's just for show. And then you've got your day-night solution, microderm, oil-free eye makeup remover, and eye cream. And notice I took it out of the package because it looks so much prettier. Keep your boxes though, okay? And then we have a custom compact, and then we put the boxes of the liners and the lipstick and the lip liner, and then satin hands and satin lips in the last pocket. Okay, so I'm going to sit this right on the table. Thank you. Right there. Okay. And I'm going to pass around beauty books so that y'all can follow along again. Good. Let me have one too, please. And I believe last week we started this, unless I dreamed it, but y'all can keep these so you can write them if you want to. And I will tell you that beauty books are going to change in March, but they're not going to be that different. So don't, you know, I'm just going to hear about the new beauty books coming out. I will tell you that flip chart's going away, so that's why we're working with the beauty books. Okay? Just going to be a beauty book party. Okay, so you start your party after your opening, and you ask somebody to read the first part. Will you read the first section? Because that's getting your people involved. Okay? So somebody reads the first page. And then when I went over my party on Tuesday or Wednesday, I thought, oh, you know what? Okay, I need to read Get Beauty Your Way. Everybody have their beauty books? Okay, so a guest reads one-of-a-kind success story about Mary Kay. And then I read, and you don't have to read every word, but you know, I might say, okay, you define what beauty means for you. Beauty's different different to everyone. I understand it needs to balance life in all its beautiful details, and I'm here to offer products and services tailored for your life with the consideration of what matters most to you. And then I say to the ladies, look on the right side of page 3 and tell me which of those things appeal to you. Which do you like? So if you were at a skincare party and you looked over the whole right side of page 3, what would you say that you like?
Try before you buy.
You like that? Try it. Yeah, no, isn't that neat? That's what I would be saying to the people at the party. Okay, who else? Do you need a book?
I think we do.
Page 3. This book should have a brunette on there.
Okay.
Does she have a blonde?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay, but look for the place where it says 100% satisfaction guarantee. Somebody will probably bring that out.
Oh, thank you.
I found that we do a lot better if we get the party interactive instead of us just lecturing to them. Okay, so I'll say, what do y'all like? Do you like this? Do you like that? You know, if it's a quiet group. Okay, so follow along with me. Now, pick number 1 on your $500 party. Open the beauty book. Oh, forgot. So open your beauty book and write your name in here, because that's going to get them writing. And I tell them, you know what? Take notes in this beauty book so that you can circle things that you think are going to be helpful to you, or how to use things, or underline things when you see, wow, you know, I might like to try that sometime. So this beauty book is yours. And then see number 2 on my little sheet. Have somebody read page 1. And then number 3, a consultant reads Beauty Your Way. You can read a few of the sentences. Then number 4, each reads the section on the right to themselves, and then you ask, what do you find interesting here? Okay? And I believe we talked about some of this last week, but I edited it a little bit. On page 4 and 5, which talks about beauty in every age, I say you can be beautiful at every age. Do we have anybody in their 20s? And the 20-year-old reads that. And Callie said she did this party with you, Karen, last week, and she said when it came time to close the sale, every woman in her 20s said, what skincare do you have with, what does this say here that 20-year-olds need?
Sun protection.
Sun protection. Right, Karen? That's what all of them said. All the 20-year-olds said, what do you have with sun protection? Went in their brains, right? Right. Okay. So somebody, and I'd say at the table, who's in their 30s? Nobody's in their 30s. We'll pretend. Nobody's in their 30s? Okay, we're not even going to read about the 30s. All right. Do we have anybody in the 40s? Right. Okay. And do we have anybody? Yeah. All right. So I would have her read this one. Do we have anybody in the 50s? At 50s plus. Okay. 50s plus. Right. I'm in that group too. All right. So somebody over 50 or over would read that to us. And if we don't have anybody in that age group, we don't have to read that. Okay. All right, so if you look on my little sheet, number 6, we romance the miracle set. So here's how I romance the miracle set. I say, okay, this is what we're going to do tonight, you guys. You're going to love it. We're going to use 3-in-1 cleanser, and we're going to use an age-fighting moisturizer. We are also going to use a day and night solution. And these are what we call the miracle set. We're going to use a couple other products tonight too, but I want to make sure you know what our fabulous miracle set is. Now you may be thinking, why is it a miracle? And so if you look on page 7, look at these wonderful statistics. And I'll say to them, can you see the difference between before and after? And did I tell you last week to nod and smile?
Yeah.
Not in smiles,
Not
money.
smile.
That's $5.
That's money. And see, here's the deal. Every time, all right, are you all nodding? You're all nodding and smiling because I'm nodding and smiling, right? Yeah. Every time she nods and smiles, she spends $5 with you. That make you smile even more? Okay. And then, every time she raises her hand, see, all right, look at this. All right. How many of y'all could get excited about some of these statistics? Raise your hand. You think of everybody? Okay. So some of y'all raised your hand. When she raises her hand, she'll spend $10 with you. Every time, right? Okay, so we got to have a lot of smiling and nodding going on, and a lot of raising of hands, okay? Okay, good. So I'm going to romance it. I'm going to say, look at this. Can you see a difference between before and after? I just raise my hand, right? Somebody will raise their hand in the room. And wow, 83% had a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles, 25% improvement in skin elasticity, 100% more supple skin, 40% improvement in more even skin tone. Isn't that awesome? You don't like that? You get excited about that? Yeah. this, don't we? We need to practice it, don't we? Okay. We will practice. Okay. And then I'll say to them, look at the 11 age-fighting defined benefits. Which do you like?
All of them.
All of them. I like her. I know. So I'll say, okay, which one? Name one.
I like the energized one.
Energize. Isn't that neat? You can energize your skin. Good. Somebody else.
While you sleep.
Soften.
While you sleep. You like your sleep softer. I know. Isn't that awesome? Totally awesome. It's really great. Yeah. And so then it's going to be time to try everything on after we've romanced this. The other thing I would also say is ask if anybody has rosacea. Very common. How many in this room have rosacea? How many do we have? 2, 3? Okay. So at your parties, anybody have rosacea at the party? Somebody nods and say, okay, let's go ahead and read these because our product is good for rosacea. Nobody does? Don't worry about it. Okay? All right. At this point, we're going to go, actually, let me see what I said here. All right. At this point, we're going to start trying some products. And so I will say, this is a B16 hair party we're doing. I'll say, this is our number 1 best-selling product, oil-free eye makeup remover. Who would like to try it? And I will say to them, we're not going to do eyeliners tonight. I will let you sample some mascara, and there will be some eyeshadow. But if you feel like you don't want to go out without your eyeliner and quite a bit of eye makeup, then I would suggest just put your, the colors that I gave you on top of what you already have. If it's okay to go out without eyeliner and it's going to be a pretty natural look, and you want to sample this, then go ahead. So you give them a little disclaimer and see who wants to sample the oil-free eye makeup remover. Okay? All right. After that, then you have the guests put on their headbands and try the 3-in-1 cleanser all over their face. Now, this is not a class on coaching, but you learn about coaching, and I know we talked about it with the new consultants. That's when you find out what type of skin they have. So you know whether to put combination of oily 3-in-1 cleanser or normal to dry cleanser in her tray. So you have her put her headband on, and she puts on 3-in-1 cleanser all over her face, and use a disposable washcloth, and you have her take it off her face. And personally, I think that the oil-free works fine without water. Some people think it doesn't work. Do you use it with the water at your table at your skincare class? You have a little water, you can do that. I just will have them put it right on their face and wipe it off with their wet washcloth, and I think they'll be fine. Okay, so all over their face, they put their 3-in-1 cleanser. Then I say to them, I want you to try our microdermabrasion tonight as well. So I flip the page. Go ahead and flip the page with me. And you'll see on page 10, I think it should be 10. I say, now we're going to try the spa treatment. Okay. Are you excited? How many of y'all want to try the spa treatment? Okay, good. All right. Ding, 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 ding. All right. And I say, look at this. 85% saw improvement in skin texture. 73% saw a reduction in fine lines, and 71% saw smaller looking pores. How many of y'all can get excited about tightening your pores? Okay, raising the hand, right? How many of you could get excited about reduction in appearance and fine lines? Yeah, okay, let's try it, right? We're saying, hey, let's go. All right, but here's what we're going to do so that you can see the difference between your face. We're only going to do it on one side of your face. So, in your little tray, the next aperture, you remember the little pink thing slider underneath here says microdermabrasion, step 1. You're going to take just a little tiny bit, about the size of a quarter, make a circle on your right side of your face and rub it in for a few seconds. And I also will say microdermabrasion is a strong exfoliant. It's going to remove all the dead dry skin. And I'll say, how many of y'all have heard of microdermabrasion? A lot of people have. And I'll say if you go to the spa and get a treatment, it's going to cost you $180 probably for one treatment. And with our Mary Kay spa treatment, you're going to get many, many, many treatments, and it's only $55. And here's another little tip. When you talk about Mary Kay, mostly I don't say dollars. I say it's only $55. But if I'm talking about going to the spa and spending $180, for some reason there's something psychological. It sounds like more. You say $180 instead of $180. Oh, it's just $180, So this is sales training, right, girls? Right, sales training. Okay, so they put a quarter-size microdermabrasion on their right side, and they massage it into their skin, and then they get them all up and they go to sink and rinse. They can take their washcloths and rinse that washcloth and then use it there because they all have their washcloths. But I think it's good to get them up because, you know, if we sit too long, we kind of get, so you're getting them involved, you're getting them up and down. It's good for your party. And then they come sit back down and they put the second step just on the right side. Okay? Y'all following me? And then I say, how does this side feel to this side? Oh my gosh, I can really tell a difference. I know, isn't that amazing? Can you imagine what your whole face would feel like? Oh yeah. And then they start saying, well, can we do the rest of our face? And I say, no. I say, you have to, and I smile. I say, you gotta get your set. You have to get your set to go home and do it. And so they go, oh yeah, okay. So then, all right, so then, let's see. Okay, then they do replenish on the right side, and they put the day solution. Say, look at the next aperture well on your tray. That's the day solution. And let's turn back to our miracle set. So see, here's the picture. And I have it sitting here out of my roll-up bag, and here it is. This is the piece with sunscreen in it. That's why we're going to use it during the day. And so go ahead and put that on the right side of your face and massage that in. And this is the product you're going to use at night. And I heard this was cute. It looks like little stars. That's how you keep it straight. It's got stars in it. Okay. And put a little bit of that on your right hand. And then we'll go ahead and put the moisturizer on the right side of your face too. Okay? So they're all doing it. So then I say, all right, now, how does one side of your face feel to the other side? And they're just, you know, it's amazing the difference. And if you're not sure, go ahead and try that. And don't be afraid to do this. This will really help you sell your sets. Okay? All right, so then I review. All right, I say, okay, let me remind you what we did. We did the 3-in-1 cleanser all over our faces. And then we did the spa treatment. And you know, if you just remember a couple things about each one, you know, when you put the with the 3-in-1 cleanser, you can feel the little beads. It's gently exfoliating your skin. And that also will say, it's called 3-in-1 cleanser because it cleanses your skin, exfoliates your skin, and has botanicals in the product that tones your skin. And so, and toning, just so you all know, toning is what tightens up the pores, and it also reestablishes the pH balance. That's what toning, you know, if you read about something that's a toner, and so we have botanicals in this product that reestablishes the pH balance and tightens the pores. So, because it does 3 things, that's why it's called 3-in-1 cleanser. And then we went ahead and we put in the spa treatment, and you're only going to do your spa treatment 2 or 3 times a week. And I'll tell them that I like to leave this piece in the shower because it needs lots of water to use this microderm refine. And you know, we used to say in the old days with the mask, we put it on twice a week. We'd say, and it's a different world, so I'm just about to tell you for fun. They used to come and collect garbage twice a week in Pensacola. And so we'd say, you take the garbage out of your house and take the garbage out of your face. But they only do it once a, you know, so you take about every other day, 3 times a week, you want to give yourself a little spa treatment. If you have a special occasion, make sure you give yourself a spa treatment. Okay. So, and then you're going to put your day solution on and your moisturizer. Now, if it's just a normal day, you're going to cleanse your skin, put your day solution on, and you're going to put your moisturizer on. 3 little steps. If it's night, you're going to cleanse your face, you're going to put the stars on your face. Remember, how's your hand feel? Can you still see it? How many of y'all feel the difference? And your moisturizer. See? Simple, simple. And then 2 or 3 times a week when you want to give yourself a spa treatment, you're going to do this. Now, there was one more product I wanted to introduce you to tonight to try on your face, and that is our eye cream. And I will pretend my eye cream is in here. This is our eye cream. And the skin underneath your eyes is so much different than the rest of your skin on your face. The skin under your eye is much more delicate. And you always want to use your 4th finger when you work underneath the eye area. And where you place your eye cream is on the top of your cheekbone, and the heat of your face will draw it up closer up to your eye. And you can also put some on your lid and on your brow bone too. And you use your 4th finger, and the reason you don't want to use moisturizer, oh, here's my eye cream. The reason you don't want to use moisturizer is to plump your skin, you know, to help it be full and not sag. But you don't want to plump the area underneath your eyes because then you're going to have bags underneath your eyes. Right? Okay. How many of y'all can see the need for an eye cream? Good. Okay, let's try it just on your right side, okay? Totally love me, totally love me. All right, okay. So, how does your skin feel? Can y'all tell a difference? Yes. Okay, good. We're going to take, all right, so look at my little outline here. And let's see, they put a quarter-size microderm. They cleansed all over. Microderm on half and rinse it. Go to sink and rinse. Number 10, they're going to put replenish and day solution on one side. And then night solution on the right hand. And every time you put a product on, can you see the difference? Can you feel the difference? How does it feel? And then you put the age-fighting moisturizer on the right side of the face too. All right, now I say that while your skin is dry, normally at this point you might want to go run and make your bed, or you might want to, pick out your clothes and get dressed. You want to let your moisturizer soak in a little bit before you put on your foundation. So while that's doing that, we're going to play a little game. And you're going to do two things during this little period of time. You're going to get referrals, and you're going to share a little bit more about the Mary Kay opportunity. Okay? So, to referrals, I'm going to give you two choices for getting referrals. Number one, we talked a lot about, in our Mary Kay meetings, we talk about the tic-tac-toe game, right, y'all? If you don't know the tic-tac-toe, I think I explained to new consultants the other day. It's on my website under Kate's Favorites. It's a great way for referrals. But if having a lot of paper is just gets you over, how many people are ADD in this room? Okay. Are there any that didn't want to raise their hands? How many are compulsive? Do we have compulsive disorder in this room? How many of y'all just have all kinds of stuff going on? I must be I probably got it all. But if having a lot of papers makes you crazy, you can use your profile card to get your referrals. Okay? And let's go ahead and just pass some profile cards out real quick. And FYI, they're probably going to change because we got new products. We've got Restore and Recover, and we have the nighttime gel. So, go through these. They don't cost very much. What do they cost? $2? $2.75? Yeah, they're cheap. So, I did something with the new consultants the other day. Make sure everybody knows this. For sure, every consultant wants to fill one of these out. And when we come to the party, I usually just ask a few questions on the phone. When we get to the party, I make sure she fills out number 5 and number 6, so I know all of her special needs. Y'all know we're all special. We all have special needs. But then you lift this piece up, and this tells you what product the person needs. So lift the first piece up. Yeah. Is that new to anybody? Lindsay, how long have you been with Mary Kay? A year. Mm-hmm. Invariably, somebody didn't know that. I know. They all thought it was a duplicate. Yeah. Anybody else is new for? I had some other new people. They weren't even new. Yeah.
It took me about 6 months.
To realize that?
Yep.
It's pretty cool. But it tells you what to put on there. Okay. So if you turn it on the back, this is the referral. Question 12 is referral place. So I say to them, okay, we're going to play just a little game while we are letting our moisturizers go in before we put our foundation on. And what I want you to do is think of women that would enjoy giving birth. Maybe they just had a baby. Maybe they're going to school and they're stressed out. Maybe they are going through a divorce. Maybe they're overworked and underpaid. Maybe they just like to have fun. And so get your phones out, and we're going to have a little contest. And the first one that writes 5 down and their phone numbers is going to get a little prize. And so I say, nobody starts yet. Get your phones, because everybody has all their phone numbers in there. And then we say, on your mark, set, go, and they race to see who can get done first. And sometimes you have somebody who's hesitant, and I always say, you know what, I'm going to have you call them and let them know that I'll be contacting them to see if they want to have a facial. So, and if she has a facial and you refer her, you both get a Mary Kay gift. That's the way I do it. And a lot of people give me lots of referrals. And then Callie taught us to find out if they want to be texted, or Facebook, or emailed, or called. How does your friend want to be called? But this is a really, really great way. Tic-tac-toe is great, but this is really easy too, to get your birth up. Okay, we're on number 13 of our agenda, and the second thing we want to do while the skincare is drying is we're going to, number 14, we're going to share a little bit more about the eye story at this point. Okay? You have a captive audience, they don't have any makeup on, they're not going anywhere, okay? All right, so tell why you came into Mary Kay and what you want. And I think, yeah, Lindsay.
Do you do foundation primer in between those two?
I don't do foundation primer I don't personally do it at a skincare class. I save it for, tell them about it, I can tell them about it and save it for the color part. I save the primer. Okay. Okay, so you tell them why you came into Mary Kay and what you want to get out of it. And so you want to make sure you want to hit on the money that you can earn. You want to hit on the family and the flexibility. You want to hit on the prizes. And maybe you want to hit on the car. So 3 or 4 things that excite you. The money, family, working around a family. Who shared their story? Your story was very, very, very compelling, being in the military. I know it was your story that tugged at our hearts too. She wanted to pick up her kids at the car line. Yeah. So you share why, and I think visuals. How many of you heard that a picture's worth 1,000 words? Okay, so I made a big copy of my highest commission check to give to all y'all. And you can say, I came into Mary Kay to earn extra money, and I'm really, enjoying, my goal is to be able to replace my full-time income. And let me show you what my director earned. This is her highest commission check in 1 month. And I'm putting it on the website too, so but I'll pass these around. And my highest check so far was in June. And $27,304. Thank you, Jesus. That's right. Whoever said Jesus, amen. Is that you, Cheryl? Somebody. Amen. That's right. Thank you, Jesus. $27,304.31.
Who can get excited about that?
I know. You get excited about that. You are a good student. You're a very good student. Yes. So you know what? You haven't earned it yet, but you can show that I've earned it. And that this is where you're going.
And that you're a real life person.
Yeah, and that you know me, and that I'm just as crazy as everybody else. Because this is exactly what I did until it became my own story. I showed my director's checks. I showed them. And I said, you know what, I haven't done this yet, but this is where I'm going.
It's laminated.
Laminated. And it will be on my website too, so you can print more of it. And put your face on it. You know what, that's a good visual. I love that idea, Pedro. And the other thing is, you guys, I also like to pass the Applause magazine around too. Take your Applause magazine, go to the commission, and say, in case you think she's the only one, look at what these other national directors are making in 1 month. Yeah, show them what we earned. It's awesome. It's awesome. Okay? And then I have, John asked me last week what were the pictures on the table. I have pictures of my family. And so you want pictures of your family. And I have pictures of Callie picking up her pink Cadillac. So if you're not in your pink Cadillac yet, make sure when you're at a meeting with lots of pink Cadillacs, get your picture by it, right? Feel the Power Retreat. Who's going to Feel the Power Retreat? I know a bunch of y'all are going, awesome, I'm going to be there too. Yeah, get your picture by a pink Cadillac and say, I don't have it yet, but I'm getting one. And then our reason, could very well be our families. So show a few pictures, and then pass out a little questionnaire. Say, I don't know if there's anybody ever be interested in this, but we're having a coach bag drawing in a couple of months, and you can be entered into the contest just by filling this out. And I'd love to know your opinion. So I like this. This is on my website too. I've fooled around with a lot of different opinion sheets. And I'll probably continue to fool around with a lot of different ones, but right now I like this one a lot. I think it's soft. I think it's caring. It's feeling. I think it's a really nice questionnaire. And so you say, our company's doing a little questionnaire, and we're having a coach bag contest, so I'd like to see, what you think. And so they circle the ones that they like, qualities, and then they circle why women choose to start a business with Mary Kay. And what do they find most exciting about the Mary Kay opportunity? And on a scale of 1 to 10, what would be their interest level? And this is on my website too. I will give you a challenge though this week. Have somebody fill this out. Tell them why you're excited about Mary Kay, and have somebody fill this out this week, and bring it back next week. We'll have a drawing for a prize, okay? Have somebody fill this out. And then go have everybody who tries our product to fill that out. And so, let me just retrack, and I'm gonna wrap this up in about 2 minutes because it's almost time to go. When you get your 5 referrals, first one done, gets a purse-sized hand cream, little mini hand cream. And then I take all the rest of them and I do a drawing. And so I give away 2 little mini hand creams. And then when they finish filling out the I love your opinion, I collect them all and I do a drawing and somebody gets a little purse-sized hand cream. You can have the peach and you can have the fragrance-free, so if somebody gets, I don't think anybody's gonna be upset if they had 2 or 3 of them. I really don't. Put one in one purse and one in another, right? One in their bathroom sink, okay? All right, so you wanna build your team? Get a lot of these out and a lot of them back and follow up. Okay, we're gonna wrap up here. Then they're gonna put foundation all over. And I tell them they may feel two-toned, but they're not gonna look at it. And I want to say a shout out to Nina Elliott. She's not well tonight. She's the other director who comes to our meeting. We used to do this a long time ago, half the face. How many of y'all were with me when we used to do half the face?
No, I just remember going to a party where
Or you did half your face.
and I was like, oh, guess I'm not going to the grocery store.
Did you buy? Well, we do the whole face in makeup.
Well,
Oh, we're gonna do the whole face in makeup. So you're gonna feel two-tone, but you're not gonna look it.
yeah, I loved it.
No, we're not looking. We're not looking. But we sold skincare sets out the wazoo. And so then when Time Boys came out, for some reason we stopped doing it. And so Nina Elliott, bless her heart, I'm so glad she came to Pensacola. She's encouraged us to do half the face again, and I've been doing it. It sells like crazy. Crazy. So, all right, so you put foundation all over. Lori, you're not going to look two-toned. Okay? And pick up your beauty book and say, okay, just, so you see, look at the foundation page, and we have mineral powder, we've got lots of different kinds of foundation. Tonight we're trying such and such. And then if you look at page 10, we've got the spa treatment. I don't spend a whole lot of time on this. Y'all are sensitive, right? And eye cream and a couple other neat eye products. And satin lips you tried at the beginning of the party. Look at page 12. We've got a wonderful, wonderful vitamin C product and even complexion. And then we're ready to get into color. So let's go into color. And everybody has a roll-up bag underneath their seat. So pull your roll-up bag up. And I think you're going to make more sales if you pack a roll-up bag for everybody. Some of y'all seeing why you need to have some inventory? Okay, 90% buyback, what do you have to lose, okay? All right, so they pull out their roll-up bag, and I say, okay, in your first pocket, who remembers what this first step is when you clean your face? So I'm going to pull out the cleanser. All right, good. And then what would you do next? You'd use your moisturizer, unless you can do that day and night, which is important. But look, here's your mascara wand. So pull your mascara wand out. You can get 5 or 6 of these for, they're very inexpensive. I can't remember. $1.25 for 6 of them. So she gets her mascara wand out of the first pocket. Then I say, okay, go ahead and look in the second pocket. Here we have the rest of it. What else do you see? Pull your oil-free eye makeup. See, she's handling the product. Your day and night solution. Y'all remember? Which one do you use at night? Stars. And this one has sunscreen, so you want to use it in the day. Oh, do you find the one that's a spa on your face? Microdermabrasion and the eye cream. Okay, why don't you want to use moisturizer, regular moisturizer on your eyes? And look, find your color card in here. Okay, put everything back in there. And they simplify the color cards on the new order sheets. There's berries, chocolates, neutrals, and tawnies. So when you pre-profile, ask her which card she wants to try. First time around. So she pulls it. And if you're not sure, just give everybody neutrals. Okay, so you pull the card out. And then in here is just something because I believe in it so much, and it's part of my foundation. Well, look and see, you're going to see our compact. This is, you can put all kinds of wonderful colors and stuff in there, and eyeliner, mascara. But inside the third pocket is our breast exam card, because Mary Kay cares about women, and we have a foundation that seeks to end breast cancer. So we want you to use this, and you'll remember to do your self-exam. So that's another little gift for you. Okay, and the last pocket is your satin hands and lips that we tried at the very beginning of the party. Okay, you can go ahead and put your roll-up bag underneath your chair again. Okay? All right, they're starting to want to take it home, right? Okay, so then we do real quick color card face race. Okay, put your makeup on like you normally do. If you don't know how, just put some blush on, and they show 3 little ways to put your eyeshadow on, mascara, and the first one done get a prize. Your mark, set, go. And if you want to learn more about color, we're going to have a color party you know, y'all need to book a color party so you can learn more about color. Good? Okay. And first one done gets a hand cream. And next week, we're going to go over closing the skincare class, how you get the money, okay? But this, and then you end with compliment time. Everybody go around the table and tell what you like best about her look, and what you see, and all that. So, yes.
What applicators do you have when you're doing a face race? Do you have them just use cotton balls for the eyes and everything, or do you do?
I put in cotton balls, and no, I put in the sponge tip applicators. And for the lips, you peel this off and you fold it in half. Yeah. Probably in a few weeks I'll do a live skincare class, right? Would that be good for you guys?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, with real people. Here.
Do you have their own roll-up bags with them? Do you let them take the products home that are in their roll-up bag, or do you just?
Sure. And you know what? This one has combination oiling, so it has a purple ribbon. The other one back there has a pink ribbon. It has normal to dry. And see, really, when I show you the clothes set next week, the only thing you're going to switch out is going to be color. Because if she goes with, you know, the Miracle set, you've got her formula there, you may switch out the foundation, but satin hands. I mean, you could have some packed with the peach one and some fragrance-free. But, you know, this is pretty much the simple, basic, and I think when you're looking at your inventory, this is the kind of stuff you need to stock. We have customer delivery service, so that you don't have to have everything on your shelf. Things that don't sell as much, you can order with customer delivery service. But this kind of stuff that you're going to sell at the party, you want to make the delivery, you need it. Questions? Deborah?
Yes, how much will you sell that bag for?
Well, next week we'll do the closing sheet, but there shows lots, and if you want to go on my website, I got the closing sheet there. But each pocket like this comes to $60, depending on which foundation you use. And, you know, the Day and Night Solution is $60. So really the whole bag is going to be well over $200. Yeah. But we'll go over that in detail next week. I'll pass out the closing sheets and we'll go over it. And if you want to see it before that, go to my website. It's all on there. The closing sheet's all on there. Yeah. Good. Any other questions?
I have one question. You may go over this in the future, but when you have customer delivery service,
Yeah.
does that go into your part of your wholesale orders?
Sure does. It counts toward your star.
Okay.
Yep. It's only $5.
They get it real fast.
And it's
Like
beautiful.
I mean, I didn't think to get it next
It
day.
is. It's beautiful. Yeah.
So you're recommending to maybe not stock as much color and do that cut?
You know what kind of color? Well, I don't know. I think you need good color,
Well,
but
yes.
you know, you may not want all your body care and perfumes, and maybe if you don't sell a whole lot of men's products, you know, some of that. But when I order color for new consultant, I use it with the cards, because you know you're going to sell what they try. So if you're not sure if you don't have a lot of color, you want to build your color, build it on these cards. And now they only have 4 cards: berries, chocolates, tonics, and neutrals. Good. Any other questions? What y'all learn? Did you learn something tonight?